Matilda and the Bloke Fixer.
It's surely getting colder out there, Matilda.
Well, that's because it's autumn time now, cheer how. Leading up to Christmas. Have you thought about any ideas you want for Christmas yet, my lovely?
I haven't got that far yet. What about you?
Well, I would fancy going on horse riding for a change. I love horses. The only thing is, I could not ever have my own pony when I was a little girl because my mum was that tight with cash. Paul Perkinson always wanted to be a Formula One driver when he was a little boy. When our father told him that he couldn't afford to take Paul racing driving lessons, he was heartbroken. Our younger days wasn't the best time of our lives, cheer how. I bet life in Japan before you moved to England wasn't that easy either.
Well, you do have a very good point. I rarely ever talk about my family. Could we leave that topic for another day when I'm ready to discuss that with you, Matilda?
Or, sure thing, my lovely boyfriend. We need to think more of positive thoughts.
Excuse me, Matilda. Sorry to bother you, but there is a visitor that wants to talk to you.
Bring him in here, Oliver.
Hello. You must be Matilda Perkinson. And this must be Cheerhow Chicknog. I am Sailor John Albert. And I want to see you today because I was wondering if you know somebody named Sailor Lou.
Sailor Lou? Nope. Doesn't ring any bells with me.
I do know Sailor Lou. Why have you asked me about him, sir?
Well, that's because I am his brother. And of course, I am a fixer as well as a sailor. You remember Queen Wasp Wendy that Natasha told you about a long time ago?
Queen Wasp Wendy was an insect that was killed by rotten reality and heartless. Have you been the same person that's been fixing Jonathan Jack by any chance?
You could say that, Oliver Lovewell. Here is Jonathan Jack in an all reprogrammed body and completely remanufactured to being completely harmless after his damages.
Greetings, I am Jonathan Jack.
This is an interesting tale.
I am very surprised. So you're Sailor Lou's brother, as well as the bloke fixer that has been spending months on repairing Jonathan Jack. Hi Jonathan. I am Matilda Perkinson. This is my co-head leader, Cheerhow Chicknug, and this is one of my colleagues, Oliver Lockwell.
Hello there. Do you know where Andy Alien and Rob Robot is by any chance?
Andy Alien and Rob Robot lives on the 5th floor of this apartment, Jonathan Jack. If you like me to, I could take you to them if it's okay with Matilda.
That's fine, Oliver. Jonathan is different now comparing to his former programming before the bloke fixer began to change him.
Surely it's getting darker now. It's getting near towards the end of 2024. Hello there. How have you been? I've been pretty good, thanks. I've had my hair cut recently. What else I've been up to? I started my Christmas shopping. And before you say, oh, is there one for me? No, there isn't. But there could be a Christmas episode, maybe towards the end of this season. Who knows? So, what have I got to tell you all? Well, for the last few days, do you remember Queen Hornet Hannah? And do you remember that she was injured from some time ago, earlier this year? Well, you see, she needed a new home, so I decided to let her stay in my home for a bit. She is enjoying it, but she really wants a new home in the wild, she does more. And you probably think, where's Queen Hornet Hannah? Where do you think she's going to be? I'll give you 1 second to figure it out, which is way too long. Only joking. Come on, I'll take you to Queen Hornet Hannah so you lot can see her. And let's see how she is, and maybe she might want to stay with me. Maybe she might appear in every episode starting from this one. Come on. Hi, Queen Hornet Hannah.
Hi, Lewis. I slept fine on your bed, thanks.
So, do you like my bed? You know, I've been letting you stopping in my bed while I've been sleeping on my sofa.
I know.
I know you want to live in the wildlife, but living in my home, just for now, is better than sleeping outside with no hive at all.
I guess so.
I'm thinking,
What, Lewis?
what about if you live with me? We can present every episode together. You can become famous, you know. What do you reckon?
Well, I appreciate that you'll let me live with you, Lewis. But the thing is, I'll likely get too restless in your home from staying indoors so often, and my workers in their separate places would be desperate to see me, especially after a long while since our home was destroyed. And speaking of being famous, I think being arrested from a DD Glinkpie has made me more famous enough than I need to be. Thank you for the offer, but I'll pass.
Yeah, that is true. What about your workers? I mean,
Ever since our home was demolished, we're all independently trying to figure things out.
you're on your own now. Not one of them has even seen you coming to live here.
Not a single worker has seen me here.
They'll be queens, wouldn't they? All of your workers.
Pretty much so.
Just out of the question, how many males were there?
None. Not one.
None?
Yep.
I have an idea for you, but you're gonna have to wait for a while.
Well, I can't wait forever and ever, Lewis. I will need to fly out of your house at some stage. Is it a nice surprise? Can't you tell me straight away? I'll give you a free long ride if you do so.
Well, I can't tell you right now, Queen Hornet Hannah, otherwise it wouldn't be a surprise. I know you're not very patient, but just stay for one more night and leave it to me by tomorrow. Just enjoy resting for a while, because I think you need a well-deserved break after one big going for a while, especially when you've lost your own time. Just bear with me, and you'll see.
Lewis, will you promise me that?
I promise you. I think you might like it. I bet you've never been there before, but I have.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow, so just lie down and just relax. You're safe, you are.
I know. Thank you.
What? I'm not going to tell you either. If Queen Hornet Hannah doesn't know, you shouldn't know either. Oh, come on. No. Otherwise it wouldn't be a surprise, wouldn't it? Wait and see.
I wonder how my brother's going to react when he's going to find out that his long-lost brother has been a bloke fixer for years. And I wonder when I should go and see his lighthouse and see him himself. When do you reckon, Matilda?
Well, the one thing I can say at the moment is to visit your brother when the time is right, as Sailor Lou himself has got a lot in his own personal mind. He was very intimidating when Andy Alien and Rob Robot trespassed his property for the first time. Let's say, he's not welcoming to random or new guests at his home.
Well, my brother has always been mostly intimidating because our father has been very strict when we were kids. And has been teaching my little brother how to be more intimidating. That's the reason why he never really had friends or really even want anyone around in his life, so he just spends the majority in this lighthouse and having his own life, really. He's just a loner, pretty much. But that's the one thing I do know about my brother, despite I haven't seen him for over 20 years.
Interestingly, he find me pretty attractive. He probably never met somebody like myself in his life before. So, how did you find out about this apartment?
Well, interestingly enough, I found out where Sailor Lou was going to, and I tried to recognize him when I seen him the first time in over 2 decades. And I can say he has definitely changed with his overlooks, and he was approaching to a tall building, which is this one. So that's how I've noticed your building for the first time, because Sailor Lou was visiting you at one point. Say, is that your dad, Matilda? Oh, I've never met him before.
No, that's my little brother, Paul. He used to be the manager of this apartment until he was called in to take over as manager at the news broadcast center only 2 months ago. He's left me in charge of running the advertise business as well as owning this apartment.
Now, that is impressive, I can say. And somebody like you, you're very interesting. So, would you like to date an old wise sailor like me, Sailor Albert? Go on the 7 seas, ride the waves, and we can just make it a bit like Titanic if you like. A bit of woo-hoo. How about that, Matilda Perkinson? Me and you?
Ooh la la. I would stick with cheer how chick nug, thank you. But I do see what you mean.
Andy, Rob,
Yes, Jonathan.
I just want to say, I am really sorry for firing the both of you a few years ago back at Queen's Park in Loughborough. I treated you two like dirt when I was in control of my former spaceship. I was as thick as bricks to not only you two, but also Daniel Dickinson and Queen Bee Beth. Sailor Albert taught me some very serious lessons on how to improve myself and face personal growth when he spent about 70 weeks on repairing my damages. I am now Sailor Albert's assistant. I won't dictate either of you anymore, so I was wondering, could we be friends again?
Well, you did make the two of us suffer when we were homeless a while ago back. However, after some time apart from us, I think we will forgive you if you have truly turned into a new leaf for yourself. After all, you did some very nasty things a while ago before Andy and I started to live at this apartment.
So, are we clear then, Jonathan Jack, that since I've repaired you, you will now follow my orders? Because, since you're going to be living with me now, I want you to promise me that you will never, ever do any of your past actions to anyone ever again. Do you understand me? Because I am being really serious, especially by the fact that I spend a long, long time repairing you.
I know, Sailor Albert. But I hope my new home with you will prove that I have changed my ways, especially by the fact that you've guided me on how to be a better robotic being for my old friends and some new ones too.
Well, I have arrived at the location that you lot have seen before. This would have been an interesting place for Queen Hornet Hannah's new home, but there's only one problem. There's forest operations happening at the moment, so we can't go very much around in this woodlands. This would have been the perfect spot for Queen Hornet Hannah's new home. Maybe somewhere around in this land might be more suitable for Queen Hornet Hannah's new beehive home. I don't know where exactly, but
I'll see if there is a good spot I can find for her. Or maybe if I'm really lucky, maybe I might find that girl that's been mysterious to me for some time. Come on. Well, that's somewhere in there. Queen Hornet Hannah's new home. A bit too crowded with all the trees and bushes, do you think? Yeah, I think it's a bit too crowded. It's not going to be easy. It's best if it's on a really thick, clear branch where it's easy to see the beehive. I think those trees over there are a bit... There's too much leaves and covered. I think it's just all too close together, those trees, I think. There's got to be somewhere that it's not so crowded. That's very easy said and done. This might take me some time. Did one of you painted that tree orange with some paint from B&Q or Wigs by any chance? I'm joking. These are autumn leaves, these are. These branches at sea, I don't think they're strong enough because hornet hives are a lot bigger than beehives. At this point, I don't think I'm going to find a new home for Queen Hornet Hannah anywhere. They shouldn't have those forest operators, but can't control that now, can't I? Oh dear. I am in a pickle, I have to say, trying to help out Hannah. I really don't know where would be the best place for Hannah's new home. Hello? Hi, Queen Hornet Hannah. You found a new home? Well, that's good. I've been trying to find you a new home for a bit today. You see, I was going to go in the woodlands I've been before to find you a new home, but there are some forest operators at the moment, so they've closed a lot of public access. So it's a bit tricky trying to find you a new home at the moment, but it seems to be that you found yourself a new home. So you've left my home then? Alright then, that's fine. Well, best of luck, Queen Hornet Hannah, and well, I might see you soon, maybe around at Christmas time if you're not hibernating. Alright then, take care. It looks like that Queen Hornet Hannah has found a new home. She's decided to find it herself, but I did try to help out, so the thought that counts. So, I don't really see the point of you seeing me now, because we've run out of time pretty much. We've run out of time. Well, I'm glad that she's got a new home somewhere. And it's a shame that the woodlands I was going to explore is closed. But at least you've seen a bit of a different environment. So, I may as well end the episode. Thanks for watching this week's episode, and I'll see you another time. For now, bye bye everybody. Bye bye. See you next time, and do well in life. It's nearly Christmas time, you know. Had you been good? I hope you have. You know the rules by now. See you soon. I may as well head back home and get on what I need to get on with pretty much.